From cheers of the fans to the crack of the bat, learn it all from Jimbo, Gabe, Mike, and Matt. Giving thoughts on all public teams, whether times are boom or if they are lean. Hero players that you should know, not only the good things, highs and the lows. Here it is, we're ready to go. Please enjoy the podcast. On with the show.
Good morning, good evening, and good everything in between, and welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo Bernick, and I'm joined as always by Mr. Gabe Lerman. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm on vacation, man. I am over the moon and so looking forward to some relaxation. Holy snot boogers, it's been a grind.
That is fantastic. You have any travel plans? Or you're just taking it easy
Yes, and I will tell you after the stream.
Alrighty, fantastic. And also we're joined by Mr. Michael Beasley. How you doing, Mike?
Looking forward to my next vacation, but right now I am very tired and on the way to Sleepy Time Junction any moment.
Well, it is the first week of September, which means playoff baseball is right around the corner, and the pennant race is heating up with the Hawks just out ahead of the Fighters last time I checked. But, Gabe, what do we have going on top news story-wise for the PL this week?
A bit of bad news for the traditionalists among our fan base. Katsuhiko Nakamura, one of the NPB directors, announced on September 1st that he's looking at bringing the larger bases from MLB into NPB. The extra 6 centimeters made a difference in the running game in North America, so it'll be tested in this fall's Miyazaki Phoenix League and possibly introduced as early as next year. GG.com with the news. Also, smarter heads prevailing in terms of social media. NTV News reporting NPB is allowing in-game photos to be shared again with limited video content permission. This caught some serious flack at the start of the season with the restrictions. I mean, understandable privacy. You don't want to reveal staff faces. But now that you're allowed to share in-game photos, now we can start to share how good the Japanese game is on social media. Thank you for that. One last top story. Pacific League Insight with a neat article today on batters who are hitting the ball well, but haven't qualified for the batting title yet. Guys like Taisei Makihara of the Hawks, who's got a .316 batting average, which would be best in the Pacific League, or Ryoma Nishikawa of the Buffaloes, who has a .309 batting average, which would also be better than the current leader, Itsuki Murabayashi. So take a look at pacificleague.com/en to read up and more from Pacific League Insight.
Yeah, the Pacific League English News is always a great resource for us to check out some more deep data for the league. And also, I am very pro bigger bases. I don't know about you guys, but I think anything that makes the game a little bit safer, it generally keeps, the bases aren't going to make a huge difference to base stealing. So I think the records are safe. What do you guys think?
I am all for the additional base size. I'm also in favor of the softball style double width first base, just to completely remove the need for any collision risk over at first base. That I'm on board with.
Yeah, I've always been pro big double first base. I like that a lot.
I like big bases, and I cannot lie.
And so we're going to kick it over to our main part of the show, the Around the Horn segment, where we take a look at all the teams in the league from top to bottom. And as we have started off the last couple of weeks, you're starting off with the league-leading Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, 3-2 since we last checked in on them. And for the first time in 20 years, the Hawks will have 4 pitchers with 10 or more wins. Those are, of course, the Hawks' super ace, Lee Van Boinello, along with Mr. Arihara, Ozeki, and now Uwasawa, who picked up his 10th win on the past weekend. And also, congrats and banzai to Hawks shortstop Kenta Imamiya, who picked up his 400th career sacrifice bunt, making him the 4th player in NPB to ever reach that milestone, and the only one with 100 career homers, too. So, Mr. Doing It All and always getting it done, one of my favorite shortstops in the league. I thought I saw, doesn't he lead the all-time in sacks something? He's got a lot of sacrifice somethings.
Those are the bunts, but he's nowhere near the all-time lead. He's just really stinking good at it.
Is he the all-time PL lead, and it's that he doesn't have the NPB record?
I don't know off top of head. He's definitely the active leader, that much for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. But we are bringing it over now to the second place team in the league that is hot on the tail of the Hawks. I am so scared of them come playoff time. The second place Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Take it away, Gabe.
2-3 in their last 5 to now fall 2 games behind the Hawks, but they have a better run differential. It's going to be right down to the wire for the pennant. I am so excited to see how things wind up. Our Japanese YouTube colleagues posted a fun compilation of all the Star Wars Week festivities against the Eagles last weekend. For example, outfielder Shun Mizutani got the hero interview and went on the podium with a lightsaber, only to tell the interviewer he's never seen Star Wars.
Boo.
Well, I know what you're doing this offseason, Shun. A neat article on Nippon.com via GG Press about how the fighters are using robotics at SCON Field Hokkaido to lighten the load for their human staff. For example, they have a robot called Support, like support but minus the R, that can carry 60 beer kegs while automatically following around a human user. See, that's the kind of AI I can get behind, not generating photos of people with the wrong number of fingers. And hey, maybe Fighters pitcher Haruka Nemoto could use one of those robots. The left-handed pitcher underwent joint cleaning surgery on his throwing elbow on Friday. He'll be out for the rest of the season and look to get back into shape for next year.
Anytime I hear about stuff like joint cleaning, it's so icky. like that's such a 2 words I never want to see together. Just, ugh. But yeah, I am also pro beer robots. Let's get more of that everywhere in life. I think we can all benefit from that. And so now we're going to kick it over to our 3rd place team in the league, fighting for their playoff lives as the Eagles come up on them, but still with a healthy lead. The Oryx Buffaloes. Take it away, Gabe.
I mean, 5 games up on the Birdies this late in the game. I feel like they've got that 3rd place spot on lock. Knock on wood.
You never know.
The Buffaloes did sweep the Lions on the road, but then they went to Fukuoka, and that's now 13 straight winless games at Mizuho PayPay Dome for the Buffaloes. 0-12-1. Or as I called it on Blue Sky, the Mizuho Pain Dome. It's rough.
I was just saying I have no sympathy. I can't pretend like I'm unhappy about that.
Good news on the pitching lab front. Welcome back Shunpeita Yamashita and Ryusei Soltani. Soltani will be getting the start on September the 5th, and the 2023 Pacific League Rookie of the Year will get the start against the Fighters on the 7th. Sports Hochi with the news. It's the first time that Yamashita has been called up to the top club this season. He spent most of the year recovering from a back injury and working things out on the farm. I am eager to see him join a rotation that already includes Miyagi, Kuri, Anderson Espinoza. I like how this is going. Second baseman Ryo Ota, otherwise known as the Phenom, will miss a couple days due to upper body discomfort. Defensive stud Koji Oshiro takes over at the Keystone. Hopefully Ota doesn't rush back too soon. We want to keep him healthy for the playoff push. And one last thing that just came over the newswire, the Buffaloes have a special promotion for the last 14 home games of the season with a slogan, "Stay passionate until the end." That includes additional kids getting the chance to provide PA announcements and special merchandise and food, like a spicy pepperoncino pasta or a red Sichuan style pizza.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm looking at these piri piri and shichimi pepper fries. Ooh.
Okay, now that sounds delectable. That sounds fantastic.
Again, your MLB team would never do limited release for just the last month of the season. Japanese baseball is better. Fight me.
And the Buffaloes know they got to have their fans there to push them over the line. Ryo Ota missing all that time is going to dampen that mood a little bit. But like you said, as long as he's back for the playoffs, I think that's what matters the most.
And with Ryoma Nishikawa continuing to chase for an appearance in the leaderboard for batting title, the injuries have sapped his chance to taking him off the chart for now. He's still got an outside shot to get back on the board before season's out.
Yeah, and he's been playing great all season, so he could storm his way up. And so we're going to kick it over now to the 4th place team, pretty kind of hot on the tails of the Buffaloes, at least when they managed to have a winning week, which is not this week. But let's hear what's going on with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Take it away, Mike.
For the Rockton Eagles, 2-3 in their last 5, so bit kind of not so much floundering, but not gaining really too much ground on the Buffaloes, but they are still a threat to them. For the first time in franchise history, the Eagles managed to host a game in all 6 prefectures of Tohoku. Unlike MLB teams, NPB teams will happily travel around to share games with further away fans. It'd be like if the Twins ventured into the Dakotas or Manitoba, or if anybody actually watched them, for games. For any Twins fans get mad at me, I have a friend that's a Twins fan who listens to this, so that's for him. Takahisa Hayakawa returns to the rotation for the first time in 2 months. It didn't go too well, allowing 6 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings as the Eagles lost 11-6 to the Lions. And a new, quote, power food, unquote, menu debuts at Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi this month, featuring local ingredients like oyakodon, bimbap, macaroni salad, grilled chicken with blueberry sauce, cheese
Ooh.
or chocolate balls, and a snack set. These meals were designed by Eagles sports nutritionist Mikey Goji. Mikey, huh? Interesting. And are, not me, I swear, are loaded with nutrients.
I hope
Blueberry
it's not
sauce,
you.
yeah, I don't know, blueberry sauce, that doesn't seem up my
Yeah,
alley.
blueberry sauce with grilled chicken sounds heinously bad. I gotta be real.
Yeah, but what if it's fire though?
I mean, I've learned as I've gotten older in life, if you think you won't like something that someone's serving you to eat, give it a shot. Because most people don't make stuff that's bad. You know what I mean? Like except sauerkraut. I don't like sauerkraut. It's never
If
gonna
it's
happen.
good enough for the birds, the Eagles, it's good enough for the fans. I'm taking a look at some of the photos. The bibimbap with the locally sourced beef looks really tasty. The oyakodon with eel on top, ditto. The snack set has bamboo charcoal bread, egg sandwiches, and soy sauce rice balls. I'll take the soy
What?
sauce rice balls, but the egg sandos with the charcoal bread, they look like Oreos. Not trying
Ooh.
that.
Oh. Oh God. Oh my. Oh, sorry, my the association my brain is doing between Oreo sandwich and egg salad is just heinous. Oh.
Oh god, an Oreo but with egg salad instead of cream.
The
Just give it to your
bibimbap
worst
does look
enemy.
good though. The bibimbap looks straight fire. I
Ooh.
mean, most of it looks good, except that, yeah, I don't know about that blueberry sauce. But anyway, enough food talk. Let's kick it over to the 5th place team, the Hungry Lions, trying to, I don't know, maybe make the playoffs. I don't have a lot of high hopes from them at this point, but it's still been a fun season for the Saitama Seibu Lions, sitting in a 5th place, 2-3 since their last 5, just a game and a half back of 4th. I mean, there is a reality in which they make the playoffs, which would be absolutely insane, but you never know. Again, this Lions team's been really fun this season. So there's games where they score 0 runs. There's games where they score 15 runs. It is what it is. Sometimes you don't score runs because there's a blackout at the Balloon Dome, and the billboard and the TV broadcast were lost power in the top of the 9th inning. Although the stadium lights were unaffected and the game continued, so maybe there were runs. I didn't see them. I didn't pick it up, but Tetsuya Imai had an amazing game this week. I know you guys saw this come across the newswire. Full game, complete shutout, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks, and 100 pitches on the nose. Just totally sliced and diced through the Eagles, which lowered his season ERA to 1.5. He's pretty good at baseball. Pretty good pitcher. Would be great to see him get into the playoffs sometime, but we'll take the wins where we can get them. Like I said, it's not impossible for the Lions to make the playoffs. So let's see what happens. It'd be crazy if they could they win the league? I don't think so. They would have
No,
to
I
win
don't
every
think
game.
that. I think that it's near mathematically impossible. I know the Marines have been eliminated from the pennant. Imai's
Let's go.
1.5 ERA sits second in all of the Pacific League, behind Moinello, ahead of Ozeki.
That's crazy, man. Having a 1.5 ERA and you're still not leading the league is just ridiculous.
Like Moinello's making a case for the Sawamura Award for sure.
Manelo's making a case for the greatest season anyone's ever done ever. But anyway, you mentioned a certain team that's been eliminated from playoff contention. So let's kick it over to the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the ocean, the deep, dark depths of the standings with our Chiba Lady Marines. Mike, how are your Seabirds doing?
You keep getting more descriptive with how low they are every week.
Yeah.
Kind of scaring me. Someone's got a thesaurus sitting around. But they're still in contention in my heart. That's all that matters, right? 3-2 since last episode. Atsuki Taneichi with the complete game today. 4 hits, 2 walks, 1 run, 11 Ks, pitching like how we know he can pitch. Sometimes he sometimes he stumbles a bit, but not today. And the Marines are going to be giving away some local food specialities. See, it's not the end of the food talk. We're going to keep going with it. At each game this season, they will have some new foods as part of their All for Chiba promotion, which at this point I think is an annual thing. I don't know how long it's been going on, but I know they've been doing the All for Chiba jersey for quite some time. The first jersey I remember for that is the red ones they had
Right.
some
The
years
red,
ago.
almost pink ones. Yes.
Yeah, they were okay. Yesterday was a milk tasting. That sounds interesting. Tomorrow is Warashi Baumkuchen and Living Water. I don't know what the previous food is, but if the Marines are offering it, it must be good.
Baumkuchen? It's like a coffee cake sort of thing. It's the little
Oh,
round pastries that you see.
you know what? I have a Chiba Prefecture mug over there, and I think that's on there. I've just never had that.
What is living water?
I'm guessing it's mineral water or something with like probiotics in it.
Maybe it's milk.
No, the milk was
Ooh.
yesterday.
Maybe it's just fancy Yakult.
I
Maybe
love
it's
the idea
Maybelline.
of there being a language out there that refers to milk as living water. They're like, yeah, we got this weird white water that if you don't take care of it, it gets really gross.
That's one of those
It
things that
turns into something else.
you run through like 30 translations and then
Yeah.
retranslate it back to English. Living water.
And that's how we
Oh,
end up
that
with
is
more baseball means more baseball.
hell yeah, man! Shout out to Matt.
I still have to go get the t-shirts for that.
Yeah, exactly. But with our familiar faces in new places, we didn't have time to do a full deep dive this week. But hey, Shohei Ohtani hit his 46th home run of the season, and it left the park at 120 miles per hour. That is an absolute rocket moonshot. He continues to be very good, though I think I've been seeing the Dodgers are a bit wishy-washy, a little wavy lately, or am I misunderstanding things? Ah, we'll see. We're getting around to playoff time, and that's what really matters.
We're going to wrap things up with our question of the week, and this is a fun little bit of cross-border punditry. You may have noticed if you visited pacificleague.com that the Japanese channel runs a show on Mondays when there normally isn't any games, where Pacific League alumni get to be talking heads and shoot the breeze. The most recent episode had former Lions outfielder Yuji Kaneko and my homeboy Ginji, that's an Eagles alumni, breaking down the Pacific League Rookie of the Year candidates. So they highlighted Kota Tatsu of the Fighters, Rui Muneyama of the Eagles, Misho Nishikawa and Ryusei Terachi of the Marines, Yusuke Mugitani of the Buffaloes, and Seiya Watanabe of the Lions. Ginji settled on Tatsu, while Kaneko was the homer and picked Watanabe. Who do you guys think? Of those, or is there someone else you're thinking of who could be Rookie of the Year this year?
No, that's probably about it. No one comes to mind. I don't think. Yeah, definitely not anyone on the Hawks that I can think of. And I mean, yeah, the Lions have Watanabe, but he's mentioned. So.
I mean, Haruto Yamada was also name checked, but I think he's a third-year player. He's just finally qualifying to leave rookie status.
Yeah, it's like I know this is like objectively incorrect, but like part of my brain wants to say Nishikawa, but Nishikawa's not a rookie. So like I'm just thinking of like guys who've broken out this season, but
Yeah, not Manaya,
yeah.
Misho Nishikawa on the
But
Marines
yeah,
counts.
Watanabe or Muneyama, I'd say it's between them. It's pretty kind of a bit of a two-horse race. Watanabe's been better offensively, but man, Muneyama's good at defense. Like
Yeah,
holy
like
smokes.
that's a franchise shortstop for the Eagles for sure.
Yeah, they got themselves their own Sosuke Gendo. Mike, you got any feels?
I'm usually pretty terrible with the rookies, but I would lean towards Rui Muniyama. I see his name pop up a lot, even when I'm just going through the news, and he's always doing something pretty crazy or going on some sort of streak. So I would probably lean towards him, but I also just don't know enough about some of the other guys.
As someone who's watched the fighters, Tatsu has been a revelation in the rotation. Like he set the career consecutive winning decisions to start a career with 7 straight, one last season, 6 to start this year. He finally has a losing decision, but man, he's been good. And combined with the other studs in the fighters' rotation, that's one of the reasons why they're in the playoff chase. I think if the Eagles miss the playoffs, I think it's got to go to Tatsu.
Yeah. Yeah,
Japanese
probably.
award voters like to go with the winning teams. Like they always vote for the best player from the pennant winning club as MVP. Hi, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Or Kensuke Kondo
Or
last year.
Kensuke Kondo, yes.
Though, yeah, I just did a quick checkup on their stats. Muniyama's doing a lot better than Watanabe at the moment. Watanabe is in a bit of a cold snap, and he's got more home runs, but that's about it. Everything else, Muniyama clears, and like I said, especially defense. But obviously, like you said, Tatsu is pretty good. I always feel weird about Rookie of the Year pitcher. Like pitch to me, you should have player awards and pitching awards. You should have Rookie of the Year player, Rookie of the Year pitcher. Just keep them separated. I don't like it when there's crossover. That's just my little foible, my own little pet peeve.
Gotta keep them separated.
All right, before we get copyright
No
strike.
DMCA strikes, please.
And so that brings us to the end of today's show. Please like, comment, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff. Who do you think is going to be Rookie of the Year? Maybe somebody we didn't mention. And yeah, check us out next time on the podcast and everything else we have on the Pacific League TV channel here. Take care.